Linda's Pantry, and today, as you see in the title, we're making a delicious veggie option for your holiday table, and or it just is great to dress up a really plain meal. I made this last night and we agreed it had to be done on video. The recipe is inspired by my friend over at Apron Strings. Gay, thank you so very much. It is absolutely delicious. And it's not diet food, but oh my gosh, it's okay. I'm gonna do what I did last night, only a little bit different. I'm gonna tweak it just a little bit once again. It's not her exact recipe. I'll try to link the video that she did on this, and she used 2 packages of frozen spinach. You wanna drain and squeeze that out as much as possible, so I'm thawing that out. I put water chestnuts chopped up in it. I also am going to use my Pillsbury pie crust and get that in there. And I'm gonna put it in muffin tins. Now last night I just did it in a casserole, but we're gonna have some white sharp cheddar. We're also going to have the beautiful bunch of Swiss chard from out of my garden and my friend's garden. And I'm gonna clean up these. That one's kind of yucky. Some of these, I feel like they've been traveled upon by my friend the slug, and I washed them. Anyways, I'm gonna get these all, get the, the veins out of here, the stiff, hard stem, get that out of there, and don't want any yucky spots here. Organic gardening, that's what you get. Anyway, get that out, and I'm gonna steam it in the multi-cooker, which is also a steamer. In the microwave. It worked perfectly. So let me bring you in close and I'll show you what else I do. It's pretty decadent. Okay, so it really can't get any easier. You just take and you can fold this over so you can do both sides, strip both sides at once. I'm gonna wash this really good, but first all I'm gonna do is kind of put this in a makeshift cigar so we can get it chopped up, because we want it to, when it cooks down, it'll shrink quite a bit. But I'm telling you, if you make nothing else this year, save this for a holiday table. I am not kidding. Or like last night, I just made grilled pork chops and they were not the star of the show. And I made my rice pudding. So I'm gonna put this in my salad spinner and get this all washed up, and then it will go in the steamer and I'll pack it down. Okay, so I'm thawing out that spinach. It's not thawing quite fast enough. I have my Swiss chard is ready to go, and I mean, I've got it packed down. The nice thing about this container is this Tupperware multi-cooker. You can cook rice in here, you can steam veggies, fish, anything you want. There's 2 steaming baskets. This works fantastic. And the microwaves cannot get to the food because there's encapsulated in this is metal, and so it is only attracted to the water down here. The basket itself is encapsulated, and so is the lid. So it's pretty cool. Anyways, it just works like a steamer on top of your stovetop. So over here I've got sharp white cheddar. You could do this with any cheese you want. This is absolutely delicious. It's extra sharp, aged white cheddar, about 1.5 cups to be real honest. I'm gonna go ahead with the onion here and cut out, there's a core on here. I wanna get that core off there. And I've got 3 cloves of garlic, fresh from the farmer's market locally. And I am now going to put the lid on my little chopper. Make sure it's on right. Take a couple of spins. Well, maybe not. There we go. And we have minced onion. I want 1. This one didn't get quite. Oh, you know what? This is a little tougher piece. It's almost there. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there, and we'll do it again, because I want that whole onion. Okay, so let me put this in the microwave, get the spinach out, and we'll get cracking on this. Okay, so in this bowl, I've got my onion in there, and it dices up very, very fine. Last night, I used Thrive minced onions because I didn't have any onions, but I went to the store this morning, and there you go. I've got a cup of mayonnaise, a can of cream of mushroom soup, and salt and pepper. And not much salt because there's salt in the soup, just a little bit. So you get this kind of mixed around. And if you like a lot of pepper, put some more in there. I might even put some more. I want to see the pepper because I think pepper and greens go fantastic. So it's a really creamy mixture. You're going to go ahead. Oh, you know what? We need to add 2 eggs. And aren't these beautiful fresh eggs? I love it. I just absolutely adore fresh, farm fresh eggs. Look how dark that yolk is. There's a lot of bugs and sunshine in that. So you're gonna mix that yolk in and get your egg white all mixed in before you get any of the other ingredients in here. I'm gonna go ahead with that. And you could, you know, break the egg up with a whisk in a different container if you wanted to, in a different bowl, but I don't see a need. This is actually gonna kind of souffle up, and let me just tell you, you're gonna be addicted. That's why I'm doing it in portion control today. So now I have the cheese, and you could use cheddar. You could use, I think smoked Gouda would be delicious, or a really good Gruyere. A Jarlsberg Swiss. Yeah, any tangy, sharp kind of cheese. You could use Parm. So, and then the water chestnuts that are all chopped up. So, can you see this coming together? And then we'll add the healthy factor, and that would be the greens. So they are in the microwave right now. Meanwhile, I'm gonna add a little bit more pepper to this. And you know, between the garlic, the onions, I mean, how could you go wrong? It's gonna be delicious. Okay, and my pie crust is starting to thaw. I'll get my muffin tin out and we'll be ready to rock and roll. Okay, so my Swiss chard and spinach is done. I've let it sit here and really drain. You can squeeze as much of the liquid out as possible. It's very, very hot, so I'm not gonna do it with my hand. I've just been draining it into the drain here, or into the bowl underneath. And it's good enough for me. A lot of this steam will evaporate, so don't worry about it. Go ahead and put that in your bowl. And, sorry if you can't see right there. Being a lefty has its challenges. Okay, and then we're gonna mix this in really nicely. Doesn't this look good already? It's just creamy and delicious and super decadent. A decadent way to have your greens. And there you go. Okay. You can use all frozen, you can use all fresh. I mean, it's all delicious, no matter what you choose to do. Okay, now I've got it incorporated nicely. I wish I would have had a few more greens actually, but this is about what I had last night, and it was just so good. Okay, let me get my muffin tin over here, and what I did here was I rolled out the pie crust as thin as I could get it. And then I went ahead and I took a large mouth canning ring and cut them, and then I pieced these together. Some of them are pieced, some of them are not. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill these. You don't wanna fill them too full because they are gonna souffle a little bit and swell up. That's the nature of the egg and the mayonnaise and all that fattening stuff, and I want them to stay in the cup. We're also trying to exercise a little portion control, because trust me when I tell you, you're gonna want to eat more than one of these. I can make this a meal, and it's not bad. It's full of protein and good, you know, good healthy fat. The mayonnaise is my avocado mayonnaise. I guess the worst part would be the cream of mushroom. You could do your own if you really needed to. I don't want that to burn on there. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. These are gonna go into a 375-degree oven until they are done and set in the center. I'm going to top all of these with some sliced almonds, just to add a little bit more crunch and delectability. Right? So that's what I'm doing. Any leftovers, because I know there's going to be way more mixture, I'm going to put it in my ultra pro pan and do the same thing, top it with the almonds, and it will just be a smaller portion, or a small portion. That's an 8x8 pan. That's what I used last night, and it worked fine. But today, we're doing it this way. All right, so some of these are going to go to my daughters. I think they'll really enjoy them. All right, enough blabbing. I'll see you when they're done. Okay, so here they are. Aren't they beautiful? Oh my gosh. And they come out of the muffin tin pretty easily. You just might have to, if they overflowed past your, ooh, wait, that might be a good little tidbit. Oh yeah. Let's get these out of here. And these cooked considerably faster. It only took 25 minutes for these to be bubbly, and the pie crust itself is nice and toasty brown. So I'm gonna get these out of, look at how pretty that is. Get these out of here, take a couple pictures, and then they should be cool enough. You wanna serve these at about room temperature. You don't want them so hot that nobody can
They're all
eat
done,
them.
and I think they're cooled down enough that I can actually take a bite. These, if they're at room temperature, they're definitely a handheld treat, but I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this. Oh, and you got that thin pie crust. Just so delicious. Oh my goodness. Let's see what we got. It's still a little warm there. It's souffled and light. The pie crust is crispy and light. Oh my goodness. I'm just gonna tell you, these are beyond delicious. I hope that you try these, and I hope that you put this on your holiday table, because it's gonna be on my holiday table. They are just too delicious not to have them. And I plan to have Swiss chard all winter long, so there you go. All right, here's to eating your greens. All right, guys, we'll see you next time for another delicious recipe and or canning video. All right.